Every morning is different. Every day, different. That's what keeps pulling us back, again and again. Promise of something new, something exciting. The promise of memories we'll keep forever. Fishing is a simple pleasure, really. One that makes us feel connected, makes us feel alive. And when your line tightens and your rod bends, it doesn't matter if you're a 6-year-old or a tournament pro. That buzz of excitement hits us all the same way. It's the moment we live for.
Give me some.
More than 50 years ago, we wanted to change the way people fish, moving off the shoreline to where we knew the fish were larger and much more fun to catch on light tackle. So we gave fishermen the ability to see individual fish under the boat. Ever since the Little Green Box, Lowrance has been driven to bring innovative products that provide real benefits to anglers.
Today, Lowrance continues to build on its heritage of innovation and enhance its reputation for success, helping regular folks catch more fish and tournament pros capture more championships. It's a fact. More pro anglers count on Lowrance sonar and chart plotter products than any other brand.
Folks at home.
By a long shot.
Yeah.
And as you might expect, there's a darn good reason for that.
You know, I remember the first time I ever caught a bass on an artificial lure. I was 12 years old in the Pocono Mountains. I walked to the end of the dock. I threw a topwater lure out, twitched it a couple times, and a 3-pound bass came up and exploded on this thing. My heart was pounding, I was breathing heavy. The minute I landed that fish, it was the most exciting thing that ever happened to me up to that point in my life. That's the reason I got hooked in fishing. And that's the reason 20 years later, I'm still doing it today. You know, I've got a lot of equipment in my boat, but without a doubt, the Lowrance unit helps me solve that puzzle quick, and it makes me a top angler.
Whether you're a tournament angler or a weekend warrior, you measure success by making the most of your time on the water. Lowrance invented the FishFinder, and we keep on innovating. Make better fishing tools that give you a meaningful advantage. We share our passion for fishing by giving you the performance you want.
Whether I'm out on a guided trip or just taking out my wife and kids, I need to know a lot more than just where the fish are at. I need to know about tides, weather, where other boats are. I need to know the things that'll keep everyone safe.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to FishTec Live, Season 4, Episode 1. Yes, it's been 4 years. Well, this is the 4th year, so it's been 3 years. I see there's a couple of guys joined us already. We got 19 guys watching. Got a bunch of guys there already. Fantastic. Hi, Malcolm. How are you doing? Daryl, Stephen, Michael, Arshut. Good evening, you guys. Yeah, guys, Happy New Year. 2020, it's a new decade, eh? So, geez, just a few days ago, it was last decade. We're now in 2020. I'm sure everyone on the radio has been using that same pitch. I know I've heard it on every radio and TV show where there's a host. So I might as well have my turn at saying the same, probably silly stuff. Hi, Alan Duncan, how are you doing? So, guys, yeah, look, straight off the bat, to the guys that haven't joined us before, I will be recording this and putting it on YouTube. I forgot last year's final one. I forgot to hit record. Just double checking now. Yes, I have got it on record. Guys say to me, where are you from? You never say. So let's do that sort of intro with the show. Guys, this is sunny South Africa, streaming live out of Durban, a very hot and sweaty Durban at the moment. I've got the fan running over there, so if there's a little bit of windy on the microphone, I apologize, but I'm not turning it off. I will literally melt. So yeah, guys, what are we gonna do? I'm dying to talk about the Midmar 2020 update. The main reason, of course, is it was done fully autonomously with Amy, the artificial intelligence mapping craft, and that's a first. First in the world, I would say, for an inland waters. It's 4,700 hectares. I know I've spoken in previous shows, there are bits and pieces and whatnot, but the chart is now officially available and it is out there. There's, if we get a little bit of chance, I'd like to talk about some of the tournaments coming up for 2020. We must try and talk about that. I must watch the time tonight. I mustn't babble like I normally do. I must stay focused. Yeah, no, that's a tall order. I know you're all saying that. And then, yeah, let's kick it off. How we're going to start tonight's show is which electronics. This is the main segment. This is the first part. This is the first show. For a lot of you guys, you know, I feel so sorry for you because it is a minefield out there. Buying the right electronics. If you go out and let's say you buy the wrong packet of worms, or you buy the wrong line or the wrong hook or whatever, it's not the end of the world. It's not bank breaking. If you buy the wrong boat, if you buy the wrong motor, if you buy the wrong tow vehicle, these are big bloopers. You don't want to make these type of mistakes. Money's tight. To you guys who all won the lotto recently, good luck to you, very nice. But for the rest of us mere mortals that have not won the lotto, I don't care how wealthy you are, making a bad choice in something major is very, very expensive. Specifically what we're going to talk about tonight is marine electronics. What have you got? Why have you got it? And for those who are planning on upgrading in 2020, what do you buy? What are you looking for? How do you not waste your money? Now, you guys know I'm all about charts, so for me, that's a high priority. For the guys that are currently, I'm going to start with charts. Okay. When it comes to charts, you've got to look at your country. For the guys that are not in South Africa, that join us and look at other, various countries around the world that have different charts and whatnot, I cannot comment on that. That's something you're going to have to work out for yourself. I know in the States particular, I've got a pretty good feel of what's in the States. You've got your Hummingbird Lake Master charts, which is essentially contour charts, and then they do a low resolution satellite in the background. When it's zoomed out, it looks nice and pretty. It works. There are things about the Lake Master charts that I really like. The fact that you can adjust the depth. As nice as that tool is, I've watched a couple of forums where the guys are having a little bit of a go, and it seems to be quite a little bit of a problem. So it's something you've got to really understand and remember that what you've done, how you've adjusted the actual depth. You know, if you've got to a lake or dam or reservoir or whatever where the water level has dropped or whatever. And then, that's the only other thing that I can think of. The guy said to me, yeah, but with the Lake Master charts, you can highlight depth. You can do that with CMAP. You can do that with Social Map. You can do that with your FishTec charts. You can do it with all those. So that is not an issue. Just hang on a sec. Oh, guys, Colleen says there's. Let me just see here, Colleen. Oh, gee, I see somebody been talking there. Why is that going? Music in the background. What the heck is that going? FishTec Midmar. Oh dear. Huh. My apologies. You see, I can't hear. I'm streaming. I think that's got it fixed now. Oh, jeez. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry, I see Colleen said, Watch out for the audio. Yes, please kill the background music, John. The music is playing. Can hardly hear you. Whew, okay. That's how you start 2020 off in the new decade, eh? Anyway, sorry about that, guys. When I was busy doing the setup, we had a power dip here, and obviously it was one of the changes I'd made in the software, and I hadn't saved it to turn the audio off when I've got it as a background. So my apologies. So okay, so what have we lost? We've lost 7 minutes. But guys, for those of you who didn't hear what I was saying, we're talking about which fish finder you're going to buy in 2020, and why are you going to buy it. I was talking about the charts. I was talking about the Lake Master charts in the States, which is basically just a contour chart and a low resolution satellite background. Very basic, accurate. I believe they are accurate. I haven't used them myself. When I was in the States, I used Navionics, which was shocking. It was great for deep water navigation, but the minute we got into the fishing waters, at least on the 2 lakes that I went on, there was little to no usable data in the shallows, and that's what I've always tried to do with FishTec. That is what I want to change. I want the best possible charts for where it matters, fishing in the shallows. So, right, so where are we? Which fish finder you want? You know what? I just jumped straight into the charts there, but there's something very important that I need to actually mention. Make sure that computer doesn't go to sleep. There we go. Guys, it's all about situational awareness. You want as much information, and I've said that I started talking about this last year, and please, if you can just remember one thing, just one thing about tonight's show, and that is 2 words: situational awareness. Do not forget those 2 words, because this is where you must be focusing when you're looking at your fishing season going forward into 2020. So for the next decade, these are the things that you need to concentrate on. Basically what it is, and there's a little phrase that goes after situational awareness, which is while you are fishing. Driving around in your boat with your side scan on and whatnot and creating waypoints, that is not situational awareness while you're fishing, unless you're trolling. But then it's really too late, because once you've found the thing and you've dropped the waypoint, you're already past it. It's done. It's past tense now. You know what they say about digging up the past, but anyway, that's for another day. So guys, you want tools that are going to give you the best information around you while you are fishing. What tools do that? Number 1, of course, charts do, but I want to go into a lot more detail with why charts are so important. But that's one of those doing statements. If you haven't worked that out by now, sell your electronics, get a hand line, and go and fish off a pier somewhere. You really and truly need to understand how important a chart is to anybody that fishes, and I'm talking from contour charts to whatever. You need to understand what you're fishing. Okay, so that is important. The other thing that we've always wanted, we wanted to know what was around us, what was around the boat while fishing. Humminbird brought out the 360 years and years and years and years and years ago. It's been a long time, guys. That thing has been around for a long time. Okay, and it was, yes, compared to nothing, it was something, and that had value. Near the end, with software updates, and there were a lot of changes, yes, it did get a little bit clearer, but it was still a little bit of Sangoma, throw the bones. I think it's that. You'd see a lot of videos where say the guys saying that's that and that's that and that's that. Some of them, are accurate. Others, you're going, no, but you got that wrong. But I understand why you got it wrong, because it's not easy. Anyway, that has changed. Humminbird has now got the Mega 360. I was hoping to have tested it already. I have not. However, I have seen videos of it. I've seen screenshots of it. And let me tell you, wow, That thing is 10 times clearer than what it was before. So yes, we asked for it. We said we want this technology. We want it to be clear. Boom. 2020 Humminbird's got 360 mega, and from what I've seen, it works. Let me just see. Garrett Val, what the F? This might be the biggest waste of 10 minutes I've ever spent. Bye-bye, Garrett. There's a Vita fishing behind. I can see him through you. Yes, let me just see. I hope is the audio and everything still fine? Yeah, no, it looks fine. Cool. Okay. So we've established the new 360 is a situational awareness tool. It's clear. It works. Fantastic. No, I don't sell hummingbirds. Nobody's paid me to tell you that. I'm telling you, the old 360 for me was a very valuable casting tool. And that's important what I'm saying now. It's a casting tool. The new one is better, it's clearer, it's whatnot. For those guys that go into areas that don't have charts, not going to buy charts, not interested in charts, want to go down the bank and fish the areas that they like fishing, they are going to find new things around them. But remember, you're still only going to have that range of 50 to 70 feet. Okay, I've seen some screenshots at 50, 55 feet, which actually wasn't bad. But then you got to watch out that your targets now become small. So guys, going much over 50 feet, I might change my mind later, so I reserve the right to change that. I'll say that now. But for me, I think a range of 50, 60 feet, that for me, I think with the 360 is where you want to be at. So yeah, so the guy that's going down the bank, he knows his spots, he digs the one-arm bandit thing down the bank, boom, 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 which is a very effective way to fish. He is going to look on his 360 and he's going to go, there's a rock behind me. And he's going to turn his back to the shore and he's going to cast out to the rock, and who knows, he could catch a fish. And he is going to come off the water and tell you that 360 is a life-changing device, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And is it wonderful? And is it what he claims? Yes, it is. Okay, but the dam is a lot bigger than 50 feet around where you are. Back to charts, something you should be learning at home. So Mega 360. How do you buy the Mega 360? What do you need? You can go and buy 12, 15 inches. Look at my last show, we were talking about resolution. Anything over a 10 inch on a Humminbird is pure luxury, and you're not getting any improved resolution whatsoever. Is it nice to have a big screen? 100%. Is the resolution there? No, it's not. So my recommendation, the first recommendation I'm going to make for 2020 for the guys that are serious about the fishing, especially tournament guys, is get yourself a Helix Generation 3 with 360 mega. That is my advice to you. That's my first recommendation that I'm making. Right. Second recommendation. Let me just see who's there. Stephen, David Frolick. Hi, Stephen. How are you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Right. Second recommendation for 2020. What electronics do you need? I want to talk about the Garmin Live Scope. Guys, we're talking about the LVS 32 here. I'm not even going to entertain discussion on the LV12. You know, when technology like this comes out and it works and it's that fantastic, and then you go and buy the light version, I don't get it. I really and truly don't get it. If you're going to do live scope, do it right. If you're going to do something, do it right. Just because there's a light, cheaper version, don't go down that road. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. We're talking Garmin Live Scope LVS 32 transducer on the GLS 10 on the box. Yes, it does cost a little bit more. the new Garmin Ultra series, guys, go to Russell Marine Products, RMP. You want to have a look at those guys' videos about the new Garmin units that are out. You want to see their videos on the LVS 32 on the live scope. Go and have a look at those videos. Let me just see. Martin Lewis. Hello, Martin. How are you doing? When you are talking about resolution, what about the live and Simrad 16 that addressed in full? Martin Lewis, very good question. If you go and look at my video from the end of last season, FishTec Live, it was season 3, episode 12. I spoke about resolution. I went into great detail with regard to these hardy-das. I went into great detail with regard to resolution, and I can tell you now, there's only 2 units on the market that have Ultra HD resolution. It's the Garmin, the new Garmins like the 8412, brilliant resolution, full HD, and the Lowrance HDS Live 16. The resolution and just the display on that thing is just mind-boggling. And you say to yourself, why do you need all this resolution? Charts. The charts are HD now. Contour chart doesn't need Ultra HD. Low resolution satellite imagery doesn't need Ultra HD. You can look at that on a Solix 15 by all means, and look so. But our charts with the Ultra HF mosaics, the drone imagery, the 3D LiDAR like imagery, you want high definition. And the new Garmins, but then they don't support the charts, so that's a waste of time. But it does the live scope. So yeah, when it comes to charts, Ultra HD, the Lowrance is definitely the way to go. Even the 9-inch live unit has got nearly twice the resolution of the 9 Ti2. Think about that, but we're going to talk about that just now. Martin says, just asked about the resolution. Yeah, Martin, I did answer it. I hope that answers what you're looking for. So, okay, so we're talking about the Garmin Live Scope. Why do you need it? Guys, we are back to situational awareness. Remember, 2020 and the decade ahead, situational awareness while you are fishing. Now, if you're in a crystal clear lake, dam, reservoir, whatever, how often have you got on your boat and it's clean, and you're pitching a little bait there into the weeds or whatever, and you can actually watch how the fish are reacting to your bait? Very exciting. During the spawn, something the guys do very often, Polaroid glasses on into the shallows and put that bait on the nest, and you check him, throw the lizard off, and all these things, and you learn bass behavior visually with the naked eye, and it is awesome. It is really and truly fantastic. Daryl Christopher Collins, hi Daryl, he says love my 9 Live. Yes, remember that resolution, it's got twice the resolution of the Ti2, so good times. A really great resolution, even down to the 9-inch unit. The 12s are all pretty much the same as the Ti2s, the Ti's, the old 12. The resolution is very similar, not too much of a change there, but the big change is on the 9 Live. So when you're looking at a 9-inch unit, the Lowrance by all means is a big jump there in resolution. And then of course the 16-inch HDS Live 16, brilliant. So here we go. So why do you need the live scope? Guys, when the water is dirty, I'm going to give you an example. I was with Michael Cannon. Is he on? Yes, there he is. He's on. How's it, Mike? He says he absolutely loves his Lowrance HDS Live units. Guys, yes, Michael Cannon is Lowrance pro staff. Hashtag Lowrance, blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. We went to Midmar, and I gave him a pre-release of the Midmar 2020 chart, and I said, look, just go and fish the way you would normally fish and just see how the charts are around you. And he took me to an area that he knows quite well. It was down by the pylons, and I can tell you the water up there was quite dirty. We couldn't see. You probably get an eye or two on your rod into the water that you can see. It wasn't too great. But in front of me, he was sort of on my 9 o'clock position, and he was casting across my bow to these weeds. And what was so amazing, I had the live scope on, but I couldn't turn it because I didn't have the right bracket for the trolling. Anyway, I'm not going to go down the road. Unfortunately, the guys didn't send me the right bracket, and I had to make a jury rig that I could only scan dead in front of me. But anyway, but what was amazing about it was I could watch those fish reacting to his lure. And then you see the bass shoot out and grab the lure. I look at Mike, gung, he sets the hook and he videos it and blah, 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 blah. This is what I recommend for 2020 when it comes to the Garmin Live Scope. We've dealt with the 360. We said the 360 is a casting tool. And yes, it will find structure and cover, but within your range that you've set. Remember? You're only going to find new things in the path you're used to going. Okay? The Live Scope, I believe, if you want to learn a fish's behavior, whatever species it is, but let's predominantly, let's talk bass now. That Live Scope, you can pitch baits into water. You can't even see a fish. You don't even know there's a fish there, but you can look forward. And remember, we've always wanted this technology, and here it is. It's here now. And you can pitch your baits, and you can watch how these fish are reacting to your bait. Now, here you got to be careful, guys. Is this a tournament tool on the day? I don't think so. I certainly wouldn't use it for that. But I would like, number one, this is how I would go about it. I would take my FishTec chart, put it into my Lowrance fish finder, because remember, FishTec only works on Lowrance fish finders. Okay, it's the only fish finder that can handle the charts. Okay, put the chart in there, find certain key things, go to that area. When I get nearby, I know, okay, over there 350 feet or meters, whatever, I need to move over there, get into the casting range of the target, switch to my 360 mega, boom, there it is, there's the little rock pile, 2 o'clock position, 45 feet away from me. Take my live scope, point it. Now remember, you haven't got time to dilly-daddle with this now in a tournament, because the problem with the live scope is you've got to take a hand off the reel and point it if you've got it on a bar, or you've got to take your trolling motor and scan now with your trolling motor towards it. That's a problem. What if you're on spot lock? Then you've got to leave your rod and point it. But anyway, let's not go into the nitty-gritty side of it. Essentially now you can then scan that rock pile, number one, from 30-40 feet away. See if there's any fish moving on it. When you identify there are fish in fact moving on it, throw a bait to it, put your bait, look at your 360, see exactly where the location is compared to your trolling motor, boom, make your cast, place it on there, and there you go. You are now sorted. You will see exactly how those fish are reacting to your bait. Before this technology, you'd make 1, 2, 3, 4 casts and move away. But you've scanned it with the live scope. You can see there's a good fish on there. Change your bait. Change it up. Find out, why is he not biting? Again, this is not stuff you should be doing in the tournament. This is a pre-fishing tool, okay? You are going to learn so much about the species. Take already what you've known. You've got your charts getting you to the right area. You've got your 360 helping you to make that perfect cast. And then you are monitoring how the fish is reacting to your presentation, if he's going to react at all. So those are the three main tools that you require, that I believe a fisherman, those are the dream tools. And guys, this is not experimental. This is a system that works. It's been around for a while. Panoptics works, 360 works, and then of course, look, when it comes to charts, South Africa has the best charts in the world when it comes to HD fishing charts. That challenge I'll put to anybody on this planet, and I can tell you I'm connected on Facebook to some of the best guys in the world, and anybody that wants to argue with that statement, bring it. Show me that I'm wrong. I'm not. My intention is to get FishTec to all over the world. That's what I want to do. I want to start with the States. In 2020, I want to set up partners in the USA and start creating high definition fishing charts like we have in South Africa. I want that for the States. And let me tell you, when that penny drops in the States, you're going to see a boom in fishing that is bigger than when side imaging got launched for the first time. Mark my words. Right, let me read some messages here. Will Parkinson, hi. Well, I'm from the UK. I fish for bass in the rocks and structure. How can I get the mosaics? Will Parkinson, essentially you need a FishTec partner. You need somebody with passion, 13 years of experience, the right tools and patience, and someone that's prepared to put in the effort to build this level of chart. So if you know anybody that's interested, that look, if you know anybody that's a fisherman and is interested in cartography, you must make it very clear to him he will have to give up fishing, because it just takes over. I can't tell you how few times I fished in 2019. Very, very few, because of the charts. So you essentially need somebody that is not going to keep fishing as his main thing and then do charting on the side. This has to become his primary project and passion. So if you do know anybody like that, by all means, tell them to get a hold of me and let's have a chat, and let's get somebody in your area and your country doing what we do here, and I will train them up. So yeah, there we go. Well, Chris Parker, Solex 15 G2 easy. I don't know what that means. Okay, thanks Chris. Will Parkinson, he says, I use the HDS Carbon 9. Well, yes, the Carbon 9, great resolution. If you had FishTec HD fishing charts where you are, let me tell you, you'll get fantastic resolution out of that. You'll really, this unit that I've got in front of me tonight that I'm going to be doing the Midmar charts on, this is a Carbon 9. Yes, I do have a live over there, and I've got a live 16 over there, but it just sits nicely on my desk here, and this is my go-to unit. So yeah, Carbons, still a great unit, but discontinued. Okay, so let's see if I missed anything else. No. Okay, guys, so we've established, let's just do a quick summary. We've established situational awareness. This is what we need while fishing. Situational awareness while fishing. This is what we need. Okay, so it's the charts. Number one, you've got to have a Lawrence or a Simrad for it. You put HD fishing charts. HD fishing charts, guys, we need HD fishing charts. Yes, contours are wonderful. 1 foot contours are fantastic. Low resolution satellite imagery, beautiful, lovely stuff from a distance. Zoom in, bad news, not so great. Okay, you need high resolution charts. How do you do that? You go onto my website. Let me just change that. Let me see, can I put this up here? I'm going to change this here to there, merge that into there. There we go. Visit my website. It's a brand new website. It was done end of last year. A couple of little issues here and there that need to be sorted out. They've got charts, and the old chart types is still there, which was meant to be deleted. Hopefully my web people delete that for me sometime. But just click on charts and just go through this part. Just read through it. We're not going to go through it now. This is a brief summary of what a HD fishing chart looks like. You got your 1 foot contours, you got sediment charts, which are your old government charts, survey charts, where they're available and can be digitized. Then you've got your ultra HF mosaics. I can tell you, anybody that has built a mosaic before, this here, you see this picture that we've got here. Something happened while I was mapping during the 2017 build-up to the Black Bass World Championships, and it's like a light came on. And when I say a light came on, a light came on. And I can tell you now, anybody that has created a mosaic themselves will look at that picture and say, how did he do that? Yes, there's some great mosaics out there, but there's something unique about that, and I'm not going to say it, but somebody that's done it will look at it and go, why am I not getting that? So just remember that. So ultra mosaics, ultra HF mosaics, brilliant stuff. The Midmar chart that I'm going to talk about now, it's already half past, is autonomous mapping. It was done completely autonomously. I've spoken about that a lot. There's an example there. Now this spot here, let's get into the scene that we are here. Did you guys see that video that was playing in the background? Let me see if I can find it here. I'm going to merge that into there. I'm going to restart. I wonder if this is going to have the audio now in the background. Yeah, the audio is on. Guys, watch this video. This video is of this spot. Can you see the spot that we're on here? If you look up there on the top right of your screen, you'll see there's a little point there, and then there's a road that comes across from the left, and then there's those little rocks. Michael Cannon came in there with his boat. I said to him, Mike, I'd love to get a video of you coming down that road and then coming over those rocky points there. And guys, this is what happened as he rolled up on those rocks there that you see on your right hand side. Size of that fish. Look at the bottom right of your screen.
Keeping you by my side. I wanna be all alone, keeping you satisfied. Why the frustration? Put it all aside. About the temptation, the right state of mind. And move forward always, even when you're feeling bad.
That is a big fish. Guys, yeah, that tells a story. Okay, you take somebody that fishes well. He's got the right tools. He's got the charts. He knows the dam. It's a combination of things. There's no one thing that comes together. And then, of course, Lady Luck steps in too. But just that type of information around you. Something that, remember, if your fish finder can show you something or make you go back to something and make that next cast that you otherwise wouldn't have made, your fish finder has done its job. The old days of just 2D sonar down there or driving around and then everything behind you is gone and lost and whatnot. No, you want to be able to stationary lock onto a spot, find something, lock on a spot, and have live information around you all the time. HD fishing charts do that. Humminbird 360 Mega does that. Great tools. Before the tournament and the pre-fish, get your live scope out, LVS 32 transducer, scan it and watch how those fish behave. You're going to go to that tournament, event or weekend away fishing, whatever, very, very well prepared. So those are the tools. Let's just confirm those are the tools you ideally want to get for your boat. So my recommendation is the Helix 10 Gen 3 with the 360 Mega. 360 Mega is not going to work on the old units, guys. They're not. You've got to have a Gen 3. You've got to have a Gen 3 or a Solex. Just remember that. The Garmin Ultra series, I strongly recommend the Ultra from the 9. The Ultra 9, Ultra 9 looks great to me. I'm currently using the 12-inch, the 8412, big screen, high resolution, incredibly high resolution. Nice tools. But I recommend looking at that Ultra 9-inch unit. I think it's called the EcoMap 9 with the live scope LVS 32 transducer with the black box. If it connects straight into the unit, it's LVS 12, waste of time. Go with the proper one. And then, of course, last of all, charts. Anything from the FishTec HD charts work, anything from the old button Gen 2. But of the new stuff that's available now, the Elite TI2 and the HDS Live. Brilliant, brilliant units. My recommendation in that range, in the HDS range, I'm going to recommend 2 units. I'm going to recommend the HDS Live 9 and I'm going to recommend the HDS 16, just purely of that massive ultra HD screen that just blows your mind. So these are absolutely wonderful, wonderful tools. Okay, so we're done with what to buy in 2020. I know these things are not cheap, guys. I know it's not cheap, but you wanted to know what's the best. That's the best. Okay, guys, here's a very good example. You know, we were talking about the resolution of the satellite images. If you go and look at any screenshots for Lake Master charts, Navionics, any one of these guys where they're using satellite imagery, go and see how far those screenshots are zoomed out. Look what happens when you zoom in. Not so lucky. Now you're throwing the bones again. You've got the Sangoma on board, which is a witch doctor for those of you who don't know what a Sangoma is. And he throws the bones for you. FishTec Ultra HD, we use the drone, put it up in the sky, use contractor, go out, record for us, we convert it into a chart, boom. That's what Ultra HD looks like when you zoomed in. Would it be nice if the guys at Lawrence allow the units, especially the big high definition units like the live units, to zoom in a little bit more? Come on, guys. I know you can do it. That'll be nice. We need more zoom. Elevation. We've spoken about elevation before. It's a form of 3D LiDAR, light distance ranging. As you can see, that's very, very popular, this. The Clan William charts, there's a lot of new charts coming out now that's going to have it. The Hurutro chart that's coming out. Guys, you want to get that chart. When that chart's ready, you want to get that chart. I've been building the chart in the last week. And let me tell you, this Ultra HD and this elevation here is incredible on that chart. And then, of course, on our charts, we've got the panoramic images. Sometimes it's only a few hundred. Some are taken from elevator with the drone. Some are taken from water level. It's just a host of information that you can view directly off the chart. So that's what we need for 2020. Those are the three big hitters for 2020. Right, let's see who's joined. Vian, hello Vian, how you doing? Welcome. He's a brand ambassador for us for 2020. Alistair Moospitz says we upgraded to 9-inch TR2s and it's been a game changer, obviously, with the charts. We love the lives, but the TR2s do the trick too. No, 100%. You know, Alistair, I might be raving on and on about the resolution and whatnot of the 9 and the 16 and whatnot. It is nice. It really is nice. But the 9-inch TR2 does the job. It does the job. It's a far cry from, for example, with the live scope with the LVS 12 to the LVS 32. It's not that type of a jump. I wouldn't even go on the water with the LVS 12. You know, I want to see that wide angle coverage looking forward. You know, I don't want to look at this little 30-degree angle. Whereas the TI2 with the charts in it, it's going to do the job. You are going to get a great experience out of that. But remember, my choices for 2020 is the grand pick, if we can put it that way. Okay, guys, I want to get onto the actual Midmar chart. We're running out of time. Let's pop that over there. Merge that in there. Okay, for those, what did Michael say? What did Armand ask? I missed that. Armand, is the HDS Gen 3 good enough for the charts? Yes, no, definitely they are, Armand. Yes, Michael Cannon answered for me. Fantastic. Thanks, Michael. Great job. Yeah, that's lacquer. Yeah, Gen 3 works fine. The Gen 3 9 has got the same resolution as the TI, and the TI2 works fine. Right. Let's have a look. Whew, it's hot in here. Let me zoom in here. Let me get some brightness on here. Right. As you know, we're in sunny South Africa. It's summer. It's hot. That you can see me down there on the bottom right. There near Pinetown. I'm in Westville. And here we're going to zoom into Midmar Dam. Okay, this is the background chart for Midmar Dam. Let me see, did I miss anything? Is the setup that drone protector on his kickboat the minimum spec to run your chart? Alan, yes, Alan, guys, Alan asked a question there. Yeah, the 7 Ti is the smallest unit that the charts will work on. Freddie says, hi, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Freddie. You missed I wished you in the beginning, but thank you very much, the same to you and yours. I've got a set of HDS Gen 3s and they work 100%. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I haven't missed anything, eh? No. Okay, guys, what has changed on Midmar 2020 update? The first and the most obvious thing that has changed is contours. The guys that had these charts before will know and remember that was only sections of the dam that were done, which were equivalent to the old tournament charts, the old tournament pack. Yes, I had a lot of complaints. Guys were not happy about that, and I apologized profusely. I said, I'm going to do it. Okay, I went in there, and now it's done. Okay, there's a lot of areas. You'll see the ends of these bays here. I'm not allowed in there. And then other areas are just completely weeded up. Sonar in weeds, it doesn't like it. It doesn't do a great job. But the areas that you can fish, it does a great job. Okay, let's take Thurlow Point for as an example. No, let's take Thurlow. Okay, we take Thurlow, we go in there, and as you can see, we've got 3-foot intervals. And remember, we got the whole dam covered. The dam was at 92% when I recorded, which means it was only 3 feet down, 1 meter. It was down by 1 meter. Okay, so I did do a correction on the charts. Going forward, I'm not going to do that. Whatever level the dam is at, I'm not going to do a correction in the software. I'm going to leave it at that a level. And what it will say, for example, where it says contours, it'll have contours 92%, whatever it was when I was there. So now I'm doing Spoonkop. Spoonkop is at 70 something percent. I'll have contours 72%, for example. Okay, it just saves a lot of confusion later. Okay, guys, the guys came back to me and said, oh, with our Lake Master charts, we like to have the background with satellite. Now that you can do. Okay, you can either go full. If you go to your, did you guys get that? Under photo overlay, if you go full, you can just have the major contours over your satellite imagery, or you can say land only, and there's your contours. Then the guys came back to me, they got back from the States, and they said, John, you need to wake up, Chana. You need to be able to highlight in color a depth range. And I'm like, but you can do that, and we have been doing it for 13 years. Okay, let me just show you how you do that. You go to your categories, you go to your areas, you very carefully push on the left hand side of the screen. You can't see where my finger is, but under area, depth area, a lot of you didn't know that, eh? I bet you a lot of you are going, oh boy, where did that come from? Okay, you turn that off. You say, right, what depth are you comfortable fishing? What do you want to fish? 12 to 15 feet, let's say. Bang, we turn that on. Boom, there it is. Now the hummingbird oaks that got back from the States are going, isn't that nice? You can see where it's tight together. You know it's got a little bit of a drop off on it. If you see it get wide, you see like there, where's another area? You see where it gets wide, you know it's very shallow. So immediately you know you've got a steep incline or a nice big flat, and you can go around there and fish to your heart's content. Let's take this area here. Okay, this is a nice, it's got a bit of a steep drop off. Yeah, you've identified a depth range that you want to fish. You can go there. Hang on, before I get on to that, did I miss any questions? No. Contours, this is also new, guys. I want to come back to that because that's quite a nice little area. That bottom hardness, those of you who saw the bottom hardness before will all tell me it was shocking. It was never great. Full land only. There we go. That's the one I want. That's a little trick, guys. I don't know if you guys have experienced that. When you're going from off, you've got to go full and then go back to land only. Then it highlights. There we go. Okay, guys, pay very close attention to this bottom hardness. With the whole of Midmar being done autonomously, being done with the same equipment, being done with perfect passes in the deep, perfect passes in the shallow, this information is extremely accurate. So if you go to this area here, I just want to turn these lines off there. Okay, we identify the yellow is the soft area and the darker it is, the harder it gets. Now guys, you've always got to remember something. The software isn't clever enough to compensate for the very, very shallow stuff. You know, where you're very shallow. So it's always going to try and tell you in the very shallow that it's harder. But sometimes it's not always the case. So I don't trust bottom hardness when it's very close to the shore. I don't trust it. But the minute you start to move off, yes, I do. The beauty of the mosaics now is you can go to this mosaic and you can go to Ultra HF East, because this is on the east side, And you can see how we had that little hot spot there. Did you see it was harder here? Straight away, it coincides and works, because can you see there? It's darker, so it's a little bit softer. Immediately here, it's brighter. That means the bottom's harder. That means the side scan is definitely hitting it harder. And look at that. Boom. See the little rocks there? Remember, rocks are not structure. They cover. And then, of course, oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about that. Now you guys can't see it. Guys, look on these charts very, very carefully. Sit at home. Get in the comfort of your home. Put on a big TV with the Wi-Fi, with the old slave phone, and mark all these key things. Work out the depths. Work out what is there. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So you might think, oh, 33 feet is too deep. No, ask Michael Cannon. Not too deep. So anyway, pay attention to your charts. Spend time on the charts. Oh yes, that's the other thing, guys. Let's just let's go and see map. I want to show you something quickly. Bottom, okay. Don't know. Froze up there for a second. Guys, all the old stuff, your old mosaic. The old mosaic is still there. I didn't take it off. The old Ultra HF, just the shoreline with a little bit here on the point here by the reserve. I didn't take it off. It's all there. The only two that I took off the chart was the old contours and the old bottom, because they were just shocking. They were terrible. Yeah, my throat's sore now. Okay, so that's the only thing that has changed. So make use of all the various layers of the actual chart. Yeah, sure. Zane says I must zoom into this hotspot. Let's see if it shows on the west. Woo, there it is. There it is, Zane. I spoke about that. I can't remember if it was my last show or the previous one. But I think this has also got aerial HD, if I'm not mistaken. Yo. You see what I'm talking about, guys? This was done when the dam was at what level? How many feet was it down? We'll put the crosshair right there on the shoreline. We'll zoom in on that. Go to contours. It means the dam was 27, 28, 29 feet. Let's just go to chart options and categories, turn them all on. Yeah. About that sort of depth there. Back to your aerial HD. So the dam was, when I did this imagery, the dam was down about 27, 28 feet. And obviously from that picture there, it makes complete sense why those fish are typically there. I just want to see, why is this category... Oh, there we go. Okay, so guys, that's basically it. That's Midmar. Let me put that back onto what all the other guys like doing, what all the other map guys do. There it is there. Okay, so how many minutes we got? 56. Geez, I can't believe it. Quickly, tournament stuff for South Africa, guys. We're talking about the South African season. We're talking about the Joey's tournament trail, which is your KZN trail. That has included now Goedertrouw and Spioenkop. Excuse me. Spioenkop I'm still doing. I'm still, I have to go back and finish it off, but I'm doing that as we speak. The Goedertrouw just about everything was done when the dam was down about 20% with the drone. So that's going to be incredibly valuable information, especially the elevation chart. You know that 3D elevation chart that we were talking about? Watch the Hudotro chart for that. That's going to be huge, absolutely huge. The next big tournament trail is your eBass. It's now the eBass Victron Energy with Gerrit Tromp. That is also a very popular a tournament trail, and I wish all of those guys the absolute best of luck. Guys, the guys that are up that way, I am coming up to the northern provinces this year. I'm starting with Arabi. There's some touch-ups on some other dams. I'd like to get back onto Witbank. I believe Witbank is full. I'd like to get back onto there. I'd like to get to Makolo this year. And then I'm waiting for suggestions from you guys. But right now, it's Arabi, Fix Up, Witbank, Makolo. Those are my upcountry ones. But please, send me a message. Tell me I need this done or that done. This dam is very important. Justify it. And I'm there. And it's done. So guys, all the tournament guys, remember, if you are going to spend money, please look at the beginning of this video and buy wisely. Do not make mistakes and buy the wrong thing. We just can't afford to make mistakes like that today. It's too expensive. Buy the right thing the first time, it's done. Good times. Yes, and then of course charts, and the guys that are not from South Africa, the overseas guys that watch this live either now tonight or are going to watch my YouTube video when I post it up tonight, please guys, get a hold of me. Let's start getting FishTec HD fishing charts around the world. 2020, we are coming to the States. We are going to set up partners there, hopefully Canada, hopefully Mexico, and get some really, really good charts going. Anyway, that's the dream for the next decade, 2020 to 2030. That's what we want to do. Yeah, very, very exciting stuff. So guys, remember what we spoke about: situational awareness while fishing. That's the ticket. So guys, thank you very much, everybody that joined me tonight. I hope it was it was sufficient. I hope you guys don't make mistakes, no waste money. But anyway, next month, hopefully we'll be talking about the Spoonkorp chart. Hopefully I would have been on the water with the new 360 Mega. I have got the LVS32 Garmin with me. I want to get some decent water stuff. I just got the bracket from Garmin South Africa that I required, so we can get on the water and do some decent stuff there, and hopefully we can give you some actual on the water footage of using the charts. Well, you saw Michael Cannon using the charts tonight, catching that Guggen dog, the 360, and then of course, you know, the live scope and the charts. So guys, I will see you next month. Remember, it's the second Tuesday of every month between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock Central African time. Guys, thanks very much and have a wonderful, wonderful year. Cheers. I'm out.